Dreamy songs with sideshow melodies and razor-sharp lyrics. Stephanie Mabey on the Chris Top program.
Yeah, I'm on iHeartRadio and Spreaker.com. Oh, their stocks? Worthless. Down the toilet.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
Mr. Pop.
Take it from the top.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here? My name is Dorcas Maximus, Commander of the Dorks of the North, General of the Dork Legions, loyal servant to the true Emperor Dork Vader. And I will have my vengeance. Dorks of the world, unite! Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recordings.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
I am the one and only Chris Top.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
Broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment.
The VCR and the DVD, there was a night of black rap back in 1970. We didn't know about the World War Web was a whole different game being played back when I was a kid. Wanna get down in a cool way, picture yourself on a beautiful day. Big bell bottoms and groovy long hair, just walking in style with a portable MP3 player. You can listen to the music on the Chris Top program. You can hear the music on the Chris Top program.
This is the Chris Top program.
And I'm the one and only Chris Top, broadcasting live from our lavish studio apartment. Won't be saying that too much longer. Here in sunny Clarksville, Tennessee, with an ocean view. How in the hell are you doing, world?
Sup?
Sup?
Sup, yo-yo.
It is a beautiful day outside. I didn't know how nice
sure
it was
is. It's
until...
Like the sky is blue and the birds are out.
Yeah, Christian drug us outside to see his new truck. Is it a truck? You
He
call it a
drug
truck?
us outside.
It's more like a sedan, but it's
Sedan.
Sedan.
It's like an SUV, right? Yeah, that's what you. It's pretty slick. It's got the sunroof and the antenna that raises up.
Yeah, you gotta have a sunroof.
It's got some Batmobile features on it. It's kind of
nice.
missiles out of the exhaust.
cool. Plus, it's good for like moving.
For moving.
Which we're really going to need that.
Oh, yeah.
Soon, because they hook a trailer up to it, and I'm hoping we can get it all done. What are we shooting for on the 31st?
Yes.
We set aside the 31st and the 2nd to actually move. So it's going to be, we're moving into a house, and we're going to have our lavish home studio.
Home studio.
Right.
We're gonna say home studio apartment. I know we are.
I'm going to try not to. It's going to be
Our
difficult.
lavish home studio apartment.
But dude, I'm going to be stressing because we got that, and then we've got the
Riverfest.
Coming up. Lots of stuff in the same like first 2 weeks of the month. Yeah, but once it's all done, it'll be nice.
It will be nice. It'll be nice to be settled in, and
Yes.
you know, I really want to get some candles. Like, I can't wait to get some candles for our house so it can smell good.
You floored me the other day when you said you couldn't wait to clean.
Dude, I can't wait.
I'm all about that.
I'll probably be all about it one time, and then I'll be like, this is too much.
I'll be like, here's some 409 and a towel.
A towel.
Go for it.
Dude, no.
Have fun.
A towel, no.
Have fun.
You need to have, like, legitimate cleaning supplies, bro.
What? Okay, we got Stephanie Mabey on the show today. I'm about to jump out of my seat because I have been a fan of her for a long, long time now.
So you're going to be fanboying today?
I'm going to try not. I'm going to try to keep it as professional as possible.
You're going to try to be cool, but...
I already feel cool because we've been emailing back and forth and, you know, tweeting and stuff, so I feel like I'm in the loop.
Ooh.
I really do. So I'm going to fanboy probably.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll get it out of the way early. And then
you
we can
already got it out of the way early.
I'm hoping it's just a normal interview and it's not just me drooling.
Dude, keep it keep it cool.
Okay.
Man.
Stephanie Mabey coming up next on the Chris Top program.
When I think of Magnolia Emporium, I think of Randy. I mean, we could talk about how wonderful he is at what he does, but the one thing that sets this design firm apart from any other one is the simple fact that Randy's just a good guy. Honesty, integrity, and a big heart. Isn't that what you're really looking for? Give Randy a call. 704-248-6808. Magnolia Emporium. We want your space to reflect your success.
The neutral bruh.
Bruh.
The excited bruh.
Bruh. Bruh.
The melancholy bruh.
Bruh.
The bronchitis bruh.
Bruh.
The devastated bruh.
Bruh.
Overly happy bruh.
Bruh. Bruh. Bruh.
The creepy bruh.
Bruh.
The douchebag bruh.
Bruh.
The stubborn bruh.
Bruh.
The intense bruh.
Bruh.
The irritated bruh.
Bruh.
The annoying bruh.
Bruh. Bruh. Bruh. Bruh. Bruh. Bruh.
The complex bruh.
Bruh.
The stupid bruh.
Bruh.
The dignified bruh.
Bruh.
The confused bruh.
Bruh.
The curious bruh.
Bruh.
The mysterious bruh.
Bruh.
The boring bruh.
Bruh.
The tired bruh.
Bruh.
The high bruh.
Bruh.
The redneck bruh.
Bruh, boy.
The urban bruh.
Yo, what's up, bruh?
The homosexual bruh.
Bruh.
The want you to go away bruh.
Bruh, Felicia.
The Antonio Banderas bruh.
I want to kiss you, bruh.
The frightened bruh.
Bruh.
The sheep bruh.
Bruh.
The constipated bruh.
Bruh.
The relieved bruh.
Bruh.
The sick bruh.
Bruh.
The bruh only a dog can hear. The evil bruh.
Bruh.
The Novocaine bruh.
Bruh.
The falling bruh.
Bruh.
The after sex bruh.
Bruh.
Not to be confused with the I love banana splits bruh.
Bruh.
The psychotic bruh.
Bruh.
The frightened bruh.
Bruh.
The cyborg bruh.
Bruh.
The underwater bruh. The spoiled brat bruh.
Bruh.
One syllable bruh greeting.
Bruh.
Two syllable.
Sup, bruh?
Three syllable.
Howdy, bruh.
Four syllable.
What's up, my bruh?
Farewell bruh. One syllable.
Bruh.
Two syllable.
Peace, bruh.
Three syllable.
Deuces, bruh.
And four syllable.
I'm out, my bruh.
This has been a Chris Top production.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
Okay, this is the dealio. This is the deal. We just
Dealio.
talked to Stephanie Mabey. She's on her way. Her limo's going to pull up any minute. So we'll be talking to her very shortly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. This is all going to be
And we already
very
just talked to her.
good.
Okay, I'm hoping to get some of this excitement out of her because I just talked to her and I'm like,
All
I'm
right.
actually done for the day now. I can just go swimming. I'm good. I'm good. We don't have to do the interview now because I talked to
Actually,
Stephanie Mabey.
We do. Because we
Well,
need to find out if she watches The Walking Dead. I'm going to ask her that.
You know, she might be tired of hearing zombie questions.
I don't care.
You know, she might be ready to focus on other aspects of her
I
life.
don't care. Zombies are the most...
Why does everybody always bring up the damn zombie song?
The zombies are the best ever!
That was a little out of... That was a little too much, I think.
You know what? I'm a little too much. I'm colorful, and I'm okay with that.
I want to
can
welcome
be myself
JP,
up in here.
who's in the chat. JP, it's good to see you. And if you don't know what I'm talking about the voices in my head. And if you would like to join the voices in my head, then all you have to do is go to thechristoprogram.com and join the chat. And that's all it is. Now, if you're listening on iHeartRadio or Stitcher or one of 30 or 40 other sites, then the problem is you're not listening to a live show. You're listening to an archive show. And that's cool, too, because if you want to say something, then you can just tweet us or you can leave us a message on Facebook. Actually, all those links are on thechristoprogram.com. All you have to do is go there and click, and then you can let us know what your comments or questions are. Of course, we can't answer them during the show. We'll have to bring it up later.
Sometimes we check the Twitter. I said Twitter.
Well, yeah, I mean, if
the
they're
tweeter.
listening live and they use Twitter, then we'll check it. Maybe.
Maybe.
Sometimes we do.
If you're lucky.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I asked you this question, I think, a couple of weeks ago, about 11 or 12 days ago, and I know that because that's the last show we did. But what are you looking forward to? I'm going to ask if maybe it's changed. I don't know.
Maybe.
Are you? Oh, we'll get back to that.
All right.
All right, Stephanie's calling us. Here we go. Hello, Stephanie Mabey.
Hey.
Oh, hello, guys.
Oh, this is wonderful.
this is great.
You sound.
Oh,
The sound
good.
is great. This is great.
Perfect.
Okay. Now I'm going to get just right down to the questions because I am super excited because you are back in the studio and you've been going back, I guess, for the last 5 or 6 days, right?
Yes.
I've been
It's
stalking
been
you.
awesome.
Yeah, I've been stalking you, and that's how I know this. But what's going on? Like, how much progress have you made in the studio so far?
You know, we have 2 songs that are pretty close to finished, and then we're kind of like taking a break and doing some little production things, just sort of like sending some stuff back and forth, and then we'll get back in the studio. I'm hoping we'll be done by October, you know.
That's quick.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, we'll see. Fingers crossed.
Okay, so it's not one of those deals where, okay, Chris, you're going to have to wait till next year, but you're talking about...
No. And my goal, honestly, for this, like, I don't know, just starting now and beyond is just to be releasing music just as often as possible, because I just went through this period of being such a hermit for a while, so...
Now, that was one of my questions. That was another question. So you did kind of vanish for a little while. I mean, did you fall in a wormhole, or were you just a hermit, or what? What was going on?
You know, I went through divorce a few years ago, and so that just was like, I have a little girl, and so for me it was like just a priority to like kind of regroup, and I was still working on music, but I wasn't working on my stuff like as a solo artist. I was doing different collaborative projects and freelance stuff, and then things just aligned in such a weird way this last year to just really bring it back to stuff that's kind of in the, you know, same vein as Wake Up Dreaming a little bit. So it's been crazy.
What I want to go back to the divorce for a second. Like, what kind of advice would you have, or would you be able to give people that are going through something like that? Because it's not easy. I went through one myself, and it changes a person.
It does.
And you don't even realize it until maybe even possibly years later.
For sure. I think that's the thing I would tell people is, like, I don't think I realized how hard it was at the time until I was looking back and going like, whoa, it was like full-fledged survival mode. And I was even in a very I was in a really amicable situation. It was like everything was almost best case scenario in a lot of ways. And it still was just like, it was like the death of a life that you were picturing, you know, for yourself. And so it's just...
And maybe you're ready for that to end, but it's a huge change.
Huge change.
Yeah.
And it was, I think, ultimately, like, it's worked out. Like, my ex-husband and I are still really great friends, and like we are great co-parents. And but for me, it's just like there was so much growth that happened in the last few years that but it was so painful too. So I would just the only advice I would give people is just like be gentle with yourself, like during that time, because it can be, you can just be this raw nerve walking around and not even, I would like run into people at the grocery store that I was barely friends with and be like, how's it going? I would just start crying.
Oh.
I'd be like, oh, it's fine. It was awkward. It was a super awkward 3 years, basically.
Well, do you feel more like yourself now?
Oh, yeah.
At the
I would say more than ever. I kind of feel like myself for the first time in the last couple of years, really, which is so interesting.
Well, what was the catalyst that started that? I mean, what made you decide to go ahead and just start moving forward and start recording music again and sort of get back into it?
Part of it was a conscious choice. I started feeling kind of like this longing for that specific like thing that I got to do with Wake Up Dreaming, because that was such a strange process. We released that album, and then I just kind of let it go out into the world and do its thing while I was figuring out other things. But the process of making that album was just absolutely magical. And but I didn't feel ready for that before, I mean, up until now. And so it's so great to, like, I don't know, be writing. I think the writing was a huge catalyst for it, to be honest, because just sitting down at a piano again, because I had been doing a lot of writing over tracks, which is called top lining, and doing a lot of electronic music and doing that kind of stuff, and just sitting down at a piano and just writing from my heart really was just such a huge catalyst for getting it rolling again, and kind of pointing things in that direction, because I just was like, oh, I forgot this, you know, like I forgot about this.
I think that's an advantage that that artsy people have over the rest of the world, because, you know, we don't really have to see psychiatrists because we have our own therapy.
Yeah. We might still need to see psychiatrists, but we do have our own therapy. That's
a good point.
That is very true.
I could probably stand to see one from time to time.
Right.
Now that you mention it. Okay, so I've got a few songs. Now, okay, I'm a little upset with you because you sent me like all these songs to choose from, and it's so difficult for me.
I'm so sorry.
Just because I love so much of your stuff, but I chose 1, 2, 3, 4.
Cool.
Normally I just play 3, but I mean you're Stephanie Mabey, right?
Yeah.
So I had So
I think I know what one you're gonna pick last, Chris.
yeah. Well, I put them in order
Nice.
of my favorite to my least, or my least favorite to my favorite.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and I'm not going to tell you what order that is. So
Oh.
it's like a little guessing game.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Now, but that's not to say I don't like the first one or two, because I love them all. Otherwise, I wouldn't have chose them. So
Cool.
okay. So the first one that we're going to play, it's called "Till You Say So."
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. Now,
I love that one.
did you write all these songs?
Yes. Well, it depends. Well, yes. I mean, I wrote all of the ones that I sent you.
Okay.
Now I'm suddenly going like, did I write all of those? Yes. I wrote everything I sent you.
Oh, if you had to choose between performing and writing, if you had to choose, which one would you pick?
Writing for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
But I love your
Faux show.
I loved David Archuleta singing "Glorious," and I love you singing it as well. And
That
it's
is a beautiful song.
it's really cool
Oh,
that you wrote that song too. And I would hate not to hear you perform. So if I had to choose, I don't know what I would pick either.
I would
don't know.
prefer to do both. That would be
Right.
But that wasn't an option.
We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. So "Till You Say So," where did this song come from?
That song came from this really. Now it's really hilarious, but like a little over a year ago. No, not fully. Well, I don't know when it was. It was right before the end of the year last year.
Mhm.
I just went through this like split. I think it was when I was finally deciding to like write solo stuff again and try to just figure out what I wanted to do. But I had this moment right before I made the decision of like, yeah, I'm going to just keep moving forward with this, where I just felt like it was over. Like it was completely done. I'd had some exchange that just felt like this is done. This is pointless. And it was just like immediately so strange to me that I was like willing to go there for a minute even. And I was just like, no, you get to pick, it's like some outside thing doesn't decide when you stop doing what you love. Like that's
Sure.
insane. So that's where that song came from.
I'm so happy to hear you're fired up and you're back and you're in the studio.
She's all fired up.
More than
like
ever.
a boss.
Now, are the studio, is that going to be like a whole album, an EP, a couple of singles? What are we looking at?
EP, what I really would love to do is like do a couple of EPs that kind of roll into an album. So that would be that seems like a nice way to release music pretty consistently to me, and I'll probably slip some singles in too. I'm writing all the time, so I'm just wanting to get stuff out. We'll be doing some legit music videos too, which is new.
Oh, that's gonna
I've
be
never
fun.
done that, so
That's going to be fun. So if you ever want to share this stuff with anybody and you don't want it to like leak out or anything like that, I'm the guy.
nice.
We're trustworthy.
Yeah, just shoot it to us and
I will.
we'll critique it and tell you what we think. And I'm just wanting to hear your stuff before anybody else, to be honest with you.
Cool.
Okay, so this is "Till You Say So," Stephanie Mabey, right here on the Chris Top program.
Some days just get messy, make you dizzy, knock you out. But you're seeing stars on the way down, down, down. What if it's that moment where you stand up and show them all? You fight twice as hard after you fall. It's not over till you say so. You might be the greatest. You can turn this all around. Come on, get yourself up off the ground. It's not over till you say so. Till you say so. It's not over till you say so. Whenever it seems It's not over. It's not over till you say so.
Till You Say So, Stephanie Mabey. So that's one of your absolute favorites right there.
Oh yeah.
Now, do you like it more than the other ones that I chose for last?
Well, I like that one, and I like Glorious, and I like the Zombie Song.
So you like all those?
Those are my favorites.
Those are your top three.
Oh yeah. Zombie Song is my favorite.
Do you ever get
Absolutely.
tired of people like referring to the Zombie Song, or are you like just super proud of it?
No, I'm proud of that song.
Sweet,
I don't
now-
know. I think if it was something that I did that wasn't just how my brain worked, I would be bummed about it. But I'm just like, oh, people get it. Like, it just makes me feel so happy. I thought
Sure.
no one would get it.
I've got a question.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's been dying to ask you this question for like a month.
Oh.
Do you
I hope I
like
have
The
a-
Walking Dead?
Oh my gosh, I kind of had a feeling you would ask me that, and I knew I would disappoint you. 'Cause,
Oh.
It's not that I don't like it. I just haven't ever fully gotten into it.
I
And
like
Right.
just assumed that you did.
I know. Sorry.
What?
I wrote the zombie song.
Just
for
tell
my
her you
brothers.
like it. Just
My
tell her
little
you like
brothers
it.
were really into this video game called Left 4 Dead,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was like the zombie survival guide, and I just got so inspired by this like zombie culture. Kind of before it started, it became this like bigger thing that it is now.
See, she was
And-
into zombies before it was cool.
Ooh.
No, I just was like, well, yeah, I guess. No, I'm just kidding. No, I just noticed that people were really responding to it, and I just became really excited about the challenge of writing a song, especially a love song, like at the time, because it was a while ago. But I haven't totally gotten into The Walking Dead.
Oh
I
man.
know.
We
But
still
maybe
love
I
you,
will
though.
now.
We still love you.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're
good.
still
I'm
friends,
so
Stephanie.
late on all the things, like all the Harry Potter movies. I saw them like 2 years after, like.
I'm
all
just
of
now
them.
starting the first Harry Potter.
Awesome. Also, like Breaking Bad, just barely started watching. Breaking
Haven't
Bad.
started
I'm
that either.
I'm so lame when it comes to that stuff.
I kind of am too, a little bit.
High five.
Well, I mean,
Ooh.
we've always loved The Walking Dead, but we watch like other dorky stuff, like we watch like
The Flash,
Yeah.
Arrow.
Yeah, those are some of the big shows that we watch. But that's just how we are.
like
I was
it.
really nervous about talking to you, but until I started like really stalking you, and I saw you posted a picture of.
Wow, Chris, I'm really sorry.
Right, right,
I like where this is going.
Yeah, I was the guy outside your window the other night. No, there was
I was wondering.
there was a picture that you posted at the pool with the Hulk.
Oh,
which
that
I thought was
the
funny.
best moment of my life.
Dude.
That was when I saw that, I just felt like it was just a gift to see the Hulk left at the pool posed like that. It was the best.
Did you play with it? I mean, or did you
No,
just leave it there
I
and take
wanted
pictures?
to leave it for everyone else to see.
Right.
Just
right.
in case someone else noticed it and was like, yeah,
Hey.
everything's cool. The Hulk is sunbathing.
Well, I'm so happy to have you on the show for a number of reasons, but one of the main ones, a lot of artists that I interview, I'm able to research, a little bit more about them and find out stuff about them. But I mean, you're kind of a mystery.
I totally have been basically under a rock. I've just been like a lone ninja doing my music and doing a really bad job of promoting it. Is
Lone
basically how
ninja.
it's gone down. That's the mystery. Like, and then it will change starting. I mean, I've tried to get better about just consciously connecting with people because I feel like I can now. Like, I feel like I have the mental space and the energy to like actually connect with people. And so that's a huge reason, though. I was just kind of like, well, I don't even know who I am, so how can I tell you who I am in like a 10-line bio,
Well, I guess we kind of we spend our whole life trying to figure out who we are. So I guess
Of course.
that's kind of pointless. So I guess we just sort of need to go along
That's
for the
kind
ride.
of why I like that Glorious song, is because it talks about, finding your place in life and that everybody has a piece to play in it.
Sure.
Cool.
And we're going to talk about Glorious pretty soon because
Cool.
It's
It's glorious.
I tweeted Glorious today.
Sweet.
And you are in the loop. So I mean, anytime anything exciting comes up, or you're going to do something cool or halfway cool, just let me know and we'll talk about it, or we'll get you back on.
Even if it's a
Perfect.
quarter
Oh,
way
I love
cool.
that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you're part of the family now. I'm just waiting for you to invite me for dinner.
Okay.
That's the big thing. So
Yeah,
just,
you
Chris.
guys are more than welcome.
yeah. What?
You and
What?
you inviting yourself over to people's
Well, there's
houses.
nothing wrong with that. I mean, because we're obviously close. So I
Yeah.
mean, I can do that.
There's a giant tortoise in the backyard. You guys
What,
might
for
dig
real?
that. It's huge.
Like a real tortoise?
Like a real tortoise.
I don't know anybody else that has a
I'll
tortoise
tweet
in
you
their
guys a
backyard.
little video.
Is it like
after
a
this.
is it like a pet, or did it just show
Yeah,
up one
no,
day?
it's not like a wild tortoise. That would have been amazing. It's this big, like, African sulcata tortoise that just roams around. Basically, I'm just saying, like, dinner will be awesome. You guys will like it.
That'd be cool.
There's
So
a
we
turtle.
can look out and see a turtle
That's great.
in the backyard.
Turtles are great.
It looks like it should be at a zoo. It's just too big.
Now, what do you do when you're not in the studio, you're not writing songs? I mean, what does Stephanie maybe do just for fun?
That is what I do for fun. Dang it.
Oh, my goodness.
No, I'm just kidding. It's interesting. All of my time is taken up either doing single mom stuff or doing music. And so it's pretty much just those two things. I've just found ways to, like, make it really fun.
Yeah. Now, how old you said you have a daughter, right? How old is she?
Yes, she's 7.
7 years old. So she's in school.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you ever go to, like, career day or anything like that and sing for the kids? Because that would be really cool.
I want to, probably this year. I kind of just generally, I don't know,
Maybe.
lay low.
Yeah. Now.
But I volunteer in the classroom and stuff.
Well, that
just
would
like
be cool.
regular mom style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I bet you're a good mom.
I
That's when she hung up, because it's like no, I'm really not.
No.
Hang up.
Gotta go.
So hopefully Stephanie will call us back. This is I Push the Button, Stephanie Mabey, right here on the Chris Top program.
I start out with blueprints and building blocks. I stack them up so high you can't see the top. I calculate the best ways to make it fall before I swing the wrecking ball. I can't help but break it down. I've got a heart that's full of mushroom clouds when it's self-destructing. Like I'm wired to delete anything that might be good for me until I'm left with nothing. 'Cause I push the button. I count to 3, then watch the whole thing collapse. Oh, I can't wait to start again from scratch. But every time I get to the final piece, oh, I start disassembling. I can't help but break it down. I've got a heart that's full of mushroom clouds when it's self-destructing. Like I'm wired to delete anything that might be good for me until I'm left with nothing. 'Cause I push the button. But soon I'll find the way to build up something beautiful that stays. 'Cause deep down I know that I detach the moment that I throw the switch or light the match. 'Cause I can't help but break it down. I've got a heart that's full of mushroom clouds when it's self-destructing. Like I'm wired to delete anything that might be good for me till I'm left with nothing. 'Cause I push the button. This could be the last time that I undo the standing bridge that's taken me straight to you.
So do guys just come up to you after live performances and propose to you?
Bruh.
not usually.
Not usually, but it has happened.
No, of
Not
course
yet.
not.
Not yet. Well, I don't know. I mean, I just assume.
Has any guy asked you to sign their chest?
I've seen that happen
Yes.
No.
before. Yeah. Oh, just
Seen it
wait for
happen.
that, because I
Just
mean,
wait.
yeah, times have
But you
changed
guys-
since
I
you
also
went since you were a
haven't been
hermit.
playing out live a lot yet, so I
Oh.
mean, like in the last couple of years, I haven't been doing that a lot.
Gotcha.
That's part of what's going to be going on.
Well,
is
tweet
doing
us
that
when
a
it
lot.
happens.
I will.
Let us let us know so we can talk about it.
Yeah.
For sure. So I pushed the button. What inspired that song?
That song was like, well, it's interesting. A lot of my songwriting comes from the place of writing about like a specific pattern that's going on, either with me or someone around me. And that was just about this self-destructive thing that I think a lot of us do. It's like we get so close to what we want and then we just implode because we don't think we can have it. And so that's what that song sort of came from.
People are kind of afraid of success, I guess. And
I'm
absolutely. Not really sure why.
I've had to
why
teach
either.
myself how to not be freaked out about moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, you've got so much going on in your life. I mean, it's got to be tough being a single mom and still trying to pursue your dream.
Yeah, I have a really good support system, so it's been nice that it doesn't feel like an either or, and I try to approach it in a way that feels really balanced, and that obviously like my kiddo comes first, and that stuff is the most important. And it's still been really interesting to see the way that things have still progressed and opened up, and the opportunities have showed up, and it's just, I don't know, it's just been really interesting and fun.
Mm-hmm. Does she get a chance to go to the studio with you, your daughter?
She does sometimes, yeah. She'll come in. She likes the little like toy pianos and things that are in there. It's like a musical wonderland for her and
That's
for
great.
me.
Now, if anybody wants to follow you on Twitter or Facebook, or maybe find out what's in the works, where do they go?
Twitter is just Stephanie Mabey. Facebook, I believe, is just Stephanie Mabey as well. I think everything's just Stephanie Mabey because my name is not that common.
There you go, and it's Mabey.
Mabey,
Right.
yes.
Okay. And then I guess your website is stephaniemabey.com.
Yes.
Sweet, and that's got all the links to your other stuff on it as well, so people can track you down like I did. Yeah.
Yay!
Perfect.
For stalkers, for stalkers like Chris Top.
I ordered my Stephanie Mabey cardboard cutout.
Whoa.
So, what? There's nothing
I
wrong
don't know who's selling those.
with that.
It's not me.
Yeah.
So the question is, who is selling these?
I know.
Well, I don't know.
That's
I'm not
the
gonna.
thing.
I can't release that information. No, it's just cool. I can take selfies with Stephanie all the time, and nobody knows. So it's cool.
It's perfect.
It's good. Okay, so I read something. I guess it was a couple of months ago. You were actually opening for Olivia Newton-John.
Yes.
So how cool was that? Did you watch Grease like 8 times before that, or what?
Well, they played it on so it was for this corporate thing, and so the whole reason that I was opening for Olivia Newton-John is this corporate or this company had hired me to write a song which was actually called Student Centered Learning. And the chorus was just student-centered learning, student-centered learning. So I wrote this thing for
That's
them.
beautiful.
And then they actually it ended up being this really funny song that was kind of like Everything Is Awesome from the Lego Lego movie.
Right.
And it turned into this weird earworm for the people that were working there, and they invited me to go open for Olivia Newton-John at their big amazing corporate event. And they played Grease on a big screen after it was done. It was really the whole thing was so strange and awesome.
How cool is that?
It was great.
Did you get a chance to hang out with Olivia?
Funny story. So they had us go through a meet and greet line thing, hey, Olivia Newton-John. And she was like, oh, hello. And someone near her, I think one of her band members said, oh, this was our opener. And she was like, oh, when did you play? And I wanted to be like, well, 4 minutes before you went up there. But it's cool. You're busy. I get it. It was just really great.
That's great.
Then the only other weird thing that happened was that this woman Instagrammed a picture from of me playing the zombie song. But what she tweeted or Instagrammed was, it's so weird. My husband's at a Slayer concert, and I'm here watching Olivia Newton-John sing a song about zombies, and I just didn't know I didn't know what to do. I was just like, oh. And then she was like, it's okay. I just thought she'd had a lot of work done, and I just was like, oh.
Great. Olivia Newton-John's already stealing your thunder. Way to go, Olivia.
Great.
Jeez. Now, if somebody does want to see you live, are you going to start doing performances again on a regular basis?
Yes. That is part of what I'm figuring out right now is the best way to approach that. So yes, that is in the works for sure.
Well, I think one of the first things you probably need to do is come to Nashville.
I do love Nashville.
Yeah.
I'm out there pretty regularly, actually.
Well, next time you're in town and you're performing, you've got to let me know, or I'll just be super upset.
Okay, I will.
We would
I'll
love
sign
to
your
watch
chest.
you perform.
It'll be perfect.
There you go. She
yeah.
can sign your chest.
Absolutely. And then you can tweet it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we're taking care of so many things all at
Just
once.
knocking
we
it all
have
out.
dinner. You guys,
Dude,
Yes.
this is the perfect plan
That
ever.
is perfect.
Yeah.
Now, next year, we're going to be at the CMA Fest. I know this is early, but it gives you time to plan it. We're going to be at BB King's doing live interviews for 3 days.
Nice.
And yeah, and we have an event on the last day where we do awards, and musicians come back and network, and it's really a pretty cool
It is
thing.
so much fun.
Yeah,
That
and
sounds like so much fun.
yeah, so we would love to see you there next year if you can make it
count
out.
me in.
Yeah, so see, she's in.
Boom.
Done deal.
Boom, bam. Like a boss.
We're just making things happen.
Yes.
The Chris Top program.
And I have one more favor to ask you too.
What?
Okay, you can't forget this.
Okay.
This is like super important for me.
Okay.
I mean, it'll shatter.
Go on.
Me.
She's getting nervous.
It'll shatter me. Now,
What is it?
once you hit that pinnacle, and once you are like just a household name,
Oh.
which I think is
Yeah,
right around
that.
it's right. It's just right around the corner with you, I think. We got to have backstage passes so we can hang out.
backstage passes.
Oh. Yeah, for life.
Backstage passes. Whoa,
For life?
For life.
Dang.
See, I would like that if they said backstage passes for life. That way,
Faux-
it'd
They'll
Faux
be like
life.
gold Yeah.
be like, yes. It'd be like, yeah, I'm Chris Top. I've got a backstage pass for life. I'm
For
Faux
life.
life.
just gonna walk on back there, hang out in the green room.
What now?
And I'd be like, bring me some grapes. Somebody.
Some great. Yeah.
Why not, right? Oh, where's the tortoise? I want to see the tortoise.
Where's that tortoise?
Damn it.
It should be at every concert.
Okay, now I had this teetered back and forth in my mind for a little bit because I was trying to think. All right, now which one of these songs do I want to play last?
I know which one you're gonna pick. I know.
You know which one I'm going to pick next? This isn't
No, no, no.
last.
I mean last. I know
This
which
is
one you're
second
gonna
to
pick
last.
last.
Oh.
Okay,
Which one's second to last?
I chose the zombie song.
What?
I know.
I thought you were gonna pick that one last.
The zombie song
What
totally
the
made me.
heck?
Okay, listen. It totally made me fall in love.
Surprise
With,
ending.
it made me fall in love with your music, for sure. Because I listened to this probably 100 times when it first came out.
Dude.
And I fell in love with the song and with your style and your songwriting ability and your voice and all that. But then the last song, and you know what it is probably. I don't want to spill the beans to everybody else. But the last song I feel like is just it's another level or it's another layer, and I think it's probably how your career's going
You know
to
what?
go.
I think
if I
we
had to
already
guess.
told everybody before, so.
Well, probably. Not too much suspense going on here. Now, but before I play the zombie song, as far as the new EP goes that you're working on, I mean, is it going to be different than what you've been doing, or about the same, or how would you categorize it if you can?
I feel like it lives in this, like the songs live in the same world. I feel our production approach is slightly different because I've learned a lot over the last few years, and I think it's interesting because a lot of these choruses are a little bigger, but it doesn't feel different to me as far as the songwriting.
Right.
So we'll see. I feel like it's just a bigger version of what Wake Up Dreaming was.
Okay.
That's what I'm hoping it'll be. It's just sort of like a more defined version of that thing.
I mean, it's almost like this little fantasy, inspirational kind of.
That's what I love about it. I love both of those worlds, and it's great how they just
Yeah.
come together,
And
and
it
it's
works.
just like
Yeah.
freaking super coolness.
And you pair that up with Stephanie's sort of smoky, sultry voice, and it's perfect. It's perfect.
Okay.
But
I love it.
yeah, and the zombie song when I first heard it, I was like, man, she's singing about zombies, but then she just sounds so sweet. And it's actually got a good message in it too. And it's such a damn catchy song.
The message is don't eat people.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that could be one of them.
Message-
Sure.
The message is if it's real, you'll know in a zombie apocalypse. That's
Right,
when you'll
right.
know. That's when you'll find out.
The zombie song, Stephanie Mabey on the Chris Top program.
Our love story could be kinda gory, far from boring. We'd meet at a post-apocalypse. Yeah, I'd be slowly walking in a group stalking you. You'd be the only man alive that I could not resist. Then all of your friends, they'd try to kill us, but only because they'd be jealous that our love is deeper than Edward and Bella's. Oh, if I were a zombie, I'd never eat your brain. I just want your heart, yeah, I don't want your heart, I just want your heart, yeah. Oh, if I were be hiding in a second floor apartment, knocking all the stairs down to save your life from the undead. Double barrel shotgun, taking out the slow ones. Then you'd see the passion burning in my eye, and I'd keep my head. Then all of your friends, they'd try to kill us, but only because they'd be jealous that our love is deeper than Edward and Bella's. Oh, if I were a zombie, I'd never eat your brain. I just want your heart, yeah, I'd want your heart. I just want your heart, yeah. Oh, if I were a zombie, I'd never eat your brain. I just want your heart, yeah, I'd want your heart. I just want your heart, 'cause I want you. And I try not to bite and infect you because I respect you too much. If that's why I'd wait until we got married. Oh, and our happiest days would be spent picking off all your friends, and they'd see a love this deep won't stay buried. If I were a zombie, I'd never eat your brain. I just want your heart, yeah, I don't want your heart. I just want your heart, yeah. Oh, if I were a zombie, I'd never eat your brain. I just want your heart, yeah, I don't want your heart. I just want your heart, 'cause I want you.
I just don't understand how anybody could not hear that song and not love it. Or hear that song and not love it.
Absolutely
Yeah.
love it. It makes me
Yeah.
smile every time.
If you like zombies or not,
Exactly.
right? It's just a fun song. And it's just one of those songs, you hear it instantly and you just want to play it over and over
Maybe
again.
the next song should be about ninjas or dragons or something.
Maybe.
You know, I did write a ninja song. I just never released it. My 7-year-old is obsessed with dragons, though.
Dragons
that's
are
great.
so freaking cool.
Dragons are the coolest.
They're the bomb.
Just release a whole album of songs for your 7-year-old.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Speaking of dragons, have you ever seen like How to Train Your Dragon or anything? 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen those yet.
Oh my gosh, they're so good.
I want
You
to
need
watch
to see them. They're so
I'm
good.
usually like in the loop with like the Disney stuff, but I haven't seen that yet. So
Oh yeah, they're great.
Chris is looking at me like this is not my world.
Okay, so speaking of fantasy, like if you could have any superhero power, what power would you choose?
I think shape-shifting.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think, yeah, like with songwriting is a little bit like shape-shifting because you take on different perspectives or whatever, but I think it'd be cool to do it in real life.
Like what would you turn into?
Probably like a panther or something that's less clumsy than I am.
Panther.
I didn't expect you to say panther, so I mean that
That's
would be kind
cool.
of cool.
I think that's really cool.
Yeah. I'd like to see
Something
that. It would be-
agile and graceful.
Panther. I
I'm
love
kind of more
it.
of like a baby giraffe, so.
Right. Okay, now this is one of the more serious questions, and I ask this of everybody, because if people want to know stuff about you, they go to your website, they read your biography, or in your case, your small biography, and then and they sort of know what everybody else knows. But if you could sit down and have a cup of coffee with anybody, say you've got 5 minutes, and just 5 minutes, and this could be anybody living, anybody dead, who would it be?
I think this is going to be kind of a weird answer, but I think it would be Napoleon Hill,
Okay.
who studied sort of like successful thinking and how to like use your own mind, like sort of like spent his life studying all of that and breaking it down in really helpful and practical ways. And I just love the stuff that he's written, and I listen to a lot of his old-timey lectures. His voice is all old-timey and amazing. So probably Napoleon Hill.
I've never heard of him before,
Well,
but what you're describing sounds really cool.
That's interesting
pretty
because
great.
because you seem like a very motivated and inspiring person yourself. So I guess that it
thanks.
makes sense. I guess that you would do that, and most of your songs have that sort of underlying inspirational kind of tone to them.
I agree.
Like
Oh,
there
cool.
is like there is hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fully believe that, for sure.
And I don't guess it was always like that. I mean, after your divorce, you probably were in a dark time. And,
Oh yeah, a good
yeah.
portion of my life was spent feeling just like, I mean, not just my divorce, just how I was as a kid and a teenager. I was just crippled by anxiety most of my life, and like I didn't drive till I was 20. I just spent a lot of my life feeling really powerless for almost
Sure.
no reason other than just I couldn't get a handle on my own thoughts. And so, yeah, it hasn't always been like that, but I have always really believed in there being hope for sure. I think it's been the only way that I've been able to progress like as a person.
Mm-hmm. And that's good because I mean people have to be able to relate before you can deliver that message. They want to know that you've been through it and they can relate to you and that you know what you're talking about. So
For sure.
yeah, so that's good stuff. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Now, okay. Now I didn't warn you about this question. You don't have to answer it. It's one of those questions where you can just be like, okay, Chris, that's enough. Just stop.
Okay. Okay.
So do you is music your first love right now, or is there anybody else in your life? Are you done with men for a while, or women? I don't know. I'm not sure.
No, I have a boyfriend. He lives in Austin, so we're doing this like super long distance thing right now.
Well, that's good.
He's awesome.
That's positive.
Yeah, he's great. He's cool. He like gardens and flies airplanes. He's great.
Oh wow. See, that's the kind of boyfriend I expected you to get, like one that flies airplanes and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and he just does that stuff. I think the thing that's the coolest to me about it is that he does that stuff because he loves it. It's not because he doesn't like fly planes to get somewhere. He does it because he loves the like how it works and just the experience of it. And I just think that's really cool.
That's really cool. Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah. Now, does he fully support your career and your music?
Oh yeah, for sure. He's great.
Well, that's good. It's hard. I
Find
would,
somebody to support.
yeah, to find somebody. You know, when you do what you do, it's probably hard to find somebody that understands and gets it. So yeah.
For sure. It definitely is.
Mm-hmm. So you understand that he likes to fly planes and he understands you like to sing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it works out.
He plays. He's also a bass player, so like we have a lot of music, the love of music in common. So I think that's helpful for sure.
Now, is he going to be on the new EP?
I don't know. Maybe. We
That'd be
haven't
kinda
really
cool.
talked about it.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
You should let him play a couple of chords or something.
Yeah.
There, just a couple. Just a couple
No,
chords.
he's a great bass player.
Have you ever flown with him?
No, isn't that? I mean, we've been together since December, I guess, and no, still haven't ever flown together.
Are you afraid, or you just haven't had the opportunity?
Oh no, we just haven't had the chance.
Now you're sure he flies?
We don't
He
get
doesn't.
to see each other very often.
He doesn't just make that up. That he's a pilot.
He's really a pilot.
I'm 85% sure
Okay.
that he really.
So
is.
it wasn't like you didn't meet him at a bar and he's like, "Hey, baby, I fly planes." It wasn't like that.
No, it wasn't like that. We
Okay.
met at a show that.
Because that's a line that I would have used probably.
Bruh.
I'm sure it definitely has helped him. Like, oh
Sure.
yeah, I just like garden and can my own vegetables and fly planes. It totally works.
Do that.
I was like, fascinating. Tell me more.
So if you want to get a little closer to Stephanie Mabey, all you have to do is follow her on Twitter. You can go to stephaniemabey.com, and that's Mabey, and that's got links to her Twitter and to her Facebook on it. And also, if people want to buy merchandise, Stephanie, is that on your website as well?
I think everything that I'm selling right now is just digital downloads.
Okay.
But soon we will have a lot of options for merch.
So we want to get an autographed CD to put up in our studio.
Oh, yeah.
That's important.
Oh, I'll just send you guys one of those.
Oh, see, I would feel super special.
Yeah.
I'd be giddy.
I would be
Come
giddy
on.
too.
We'll put it. We'll make sure it's in the video every time we do a interview.
Oh yeah.
Stephanie Mabey's in the background. We'll put a little tortoise beside it or
There you
something.
go.
Oh yeah, it's
It'd be
perfect.
cool. Now the very last song we're going to play, and I love this song because this song it is inspiring to me, and it sort of makes you just stop and think that life really is good, and I think people don't always take it the opportunity to step back and really look at it for what it is, because I feel like we all have our place and we all have an instrument to play. And it sort of makes up the symphony.
Yeah,
and that's kind of what I get from it. What inspired Glorious? Why did you just wake up out of a dream one night and you were like, man, I've got to write this song, or was it something you were working on for a while, or how did it come together?
It came together really quickly, but it was weird that it came out of this place where I was feeling really disconnected.
Mm-hmm.
I was just feeling very, very disconnected in general and really sort of sad and isolated, and I wrote that song almost like I felt like I had this like peek into how that's like optional, I guess, feeling isolated because I really do think we're all so connected. And I think every single person that's here has something that makes them unique and amazing, and it doesn't have to be like what anyone else is doing because it's all working together. And it just was that feeling was just really strong when I was writing that song.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear your new stuff. I'm
thanks.
absolutely just excited
Me
out of
too.
my mind. Yeah, I really am. And okay, so we're going to go ahead and play Glorious, then we'll come back and we'll wrap everything up with Stephanie Mabey. And if you just tuned in, make sure you go back and listen to the rest of the show when you get a chance. And you can do that on iHeartRadio. You can do that on Stitcher. You can listen to it on the ChrisTopProgram.com, on Spreaker. There's lots and lots of places. You're going to want to hear the whole interview. It's been so much fun talking to Stephanie. This is Stephanie Mabey, Glorious, on the Chris Top Program.
There are times when you might feel aimless and can't see the places where you belong, but you will find that there is a purpose. It's been there within you all along, and when you're near it, you can almost hear it. It's like a symphony. Just keep listening, and pretty soon you'll start to figure out your part. Everyone plays a piece, and there are melodies in each one of us. Oh, it's glorious, and you will know how to let it ring out as you discover who you are. Others around you will start to wake up to the sounds that are in their hearts. It's so amazing what we're all creating. It's like a symphony. Just keep listening, and pretty soon you'll start to figure out your part. Everyone plays a piece, and there are melodies in each one of us. Oh, it's glorious. And as you feel the notes build, you will see. It's like a symphony. Just keep listening, and pretty soon you'll start to figure out your part. Everyone plays a piece, and there are melodies in each one of us. Oh, it's glorious.
That's just the perfect song, I think, to listen to every morning when you get up, just
Right.
before you start your day. I mean, I don't know. I hear it and it motivates me.
I agree.
cool.
It motivates me too.
Yeah, and
That
I
makes me happy.
yeah, well, good. It should. I mean, that's just it's a great work. It really is, and not just the lyrically, but I mean your voice, and it's perfect. It really is. And
Thanks.
yeah. I mean, what song? And this may be an unfair question. What song have you written? Do you think you're the most proud of at this point that's been released?
That is a great question. I would say I'm proud of a few of them for different reasons, but I would say like the most universally proud, I would say I'm the most proud of Glorious, just because of the feedback that I've gotten of what it's done for people, and that has been kind of unreal for me to hear about that.
Sure.
Just the way that it's affected people, I think, just in their lives has been really kind of cool to hear about.
And what a great role model. I mean, what a great role model you are. I mean, that you have
really
the ability to get out there and just really help people with a 3-minute song. And I think
that's definitely what I would like. I mean, that's what I'd aim for, for sure.
Mm-hmm. And I think artists a lot of times, especially when they become popular, I think they lose grip with why they started, And I don't know. I'm really proud of you for everything that you've done. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay, well I guess that's a show. Man, I hear that and I want to listen to it again.
Mm-hmm.
I really do.
And the zombie song.
Awesome.
But I want to thank everybody for listening. This was a really fun show for us because when did we really start doing interviews? I guess it's been a couple of years now.
We started last year.
Oh no, it was maybe about a year and a half. We started doing the interviews, and we kind of got away from just the talk show and that kind of thing. And just every once in a while, we'll come across somebody that's really super special.
Mm-hmm.
And Stephanie Mabey's one of those. Maybe in part just because we were fans of hers before we started doing this stuff, and it's just kind of neat.
It is.
To have
it
somebody
really is.
like Stephanie on here. Are we making you conceited yet?
Almost.
Getting close.
Almost.
Getting close.
But
Okay.
you should keep going. I'm just kidding.
Keep going.
But thank you all so much for listening to the Chris Top program. I say this all the time, I know, and the reason I say it is because I want you to understand I'm very serious. We do not, nor will we ever take any of you for granted, because there's a million other things you could be doing, but guess what? You chose to listen to us. Makes us feel pretty darn good. So until we broadcast again, which is going to be when? Around the 10th.
Yeah.
Live. We're doing live interviews.
Live.
Yeah, doing live interviews from the Customs House Museum doing Riverfest.
That's right.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. Lots of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be in our home studio, too.
That is going to be so freaking cool.
Before that, so it's exciting. So until we broadcast again, please remember this. Life is good. We're gone.
Maybe a dark things might be looking grim. I guess it's time